EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Raiders offense taking the field, and it is the first overall pick out of Indiana who brings him onto the field, Fernando Mendoza.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week one. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things are.
Fights through, and now a crease. He's still on his feet. And finally taken down at the 34. 43 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. But look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number one.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. They'll go again with Genty. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and a yard. Off play action. Mendoza. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Dolphins offense set to take the field, led by Malik Willis, who is getting his chance as the starter after backing up Jordan Love the past 2 seasons in Green Bay.
Just 6 starts in his first 4 seasons in the NFL, but the potential is vast. 3 total touchdowns and 0 turnovers in his only start last season. They think he's going to be excellent for their team.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. At the 29-yard line. Now Willis to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Willis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 3.5 to go, first quarter.
To 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This is caught by Tucker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
First down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there? And when we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things, not so far for this rookie. Because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle when these defenses go at it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They give to Achane on the option. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And the Dolphins first down.
In motion, there goes Bell. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw, here's Willis. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. That's to Naylor once again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 10-yard line.
The run straight ahead with Genty. They give him 2 yards there as they set up now with a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Mendoza. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
To throw is Mendoza. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Raiders! Brock Bowers from 8 yards out. And the Raiders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Dolphins nothing.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Last time, they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, and a field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give, running right, Achane. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. To the sideline and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Patterson's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Let's go now.
Now Willis to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
It's second down and goal.
Now Willis. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Willis on third and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And here's Mendoza throwing to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Mendoza. That's complete. Ginty out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Our look at the NFL starts now. In Charlotte, the Panthers at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And it's DeAndre Swift. He's got a nose for the end zone, and he'll take it in 9 yards to pay dirt. The Bears come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's Caden Weegan. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. 44 yards, and you can rack it up. It's a touchdown. The Steelers get the victory. Mike McCarthy's first as the head coach of the Black and Gold. Lastly, let's check out the impact player from this opening slate of games of 2026, and it's this man. And it's the man from Texas A&M, KC Concepcion. They'll get it out to him on an RPO and watch him do work. And that's a 61-yard touchdown grab. The Browns end up winning this one in the NFL head coaching debut of Todd Monken. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season.
Now they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, get us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Back to throw, Willis. Looking deep downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating because you
afternoon. Mendoza now off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
On for the Raider field goal.
Gay's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Raiders pick it up.
As that ball got away from him, and we saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Up the middle, it's Genty. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
At the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Dolphins, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
The score, Raiders 17.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Willis. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll go. HN. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action with Willis. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll get this to Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Willis looks to pass it here. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory.
1st and goal, Miami.
Back to throw, Willis. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal.
Here's Willis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Willis got to have this one. And he's got it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Mendoza, off play action. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
At the 13-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Mendoza. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Throwing, Willis. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, as he gets wiped out on that one. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Willis.
At the 4-yard line.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the give, Genty.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught downfield. It's Besh. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Willis. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league.
say hello to the Lord with my sincerest regards. Why the rising and tide of troubled waters we cross into the fire and frost when the desire is lost? Is it survivor's remorse that raised higher the course? During the year of the horse, I had so much to resolve, it hung me